he believes she's cheating. Take a look.
When I'm done hitting her, I'm always like, why did this have to happen? Why do we have to escalate things this far? I'm here for a lie detector. I want to find out if my girlfriend's been cheating on me or not. I've been trying to figure out if something happened when I was in jail or not. It all started like my first week home. I found a pen cap under my TV stand. It looked like a Black and Mild, but I was like testing her. I was like, so where did Black and Mild rapper come from? And she comes over looking like a pale white ghost, like, what Black and Mild rapper? I was like, it was a pen cap and I was just messing with you. And then I opened up my window. I see like small blunt roaches in my window and I was like, how'd that get there? You don't smoke. I had a lot of my friends over at my house the other day and I just felt like somebody there had something over me. Like one of them was looking at me, looking at my girlfriend like, huh, little does he know I was just doing something with her while he was gone. We fight often. Jules hates that I'm dealing with another girl that's kind of my side chick that, you know, helps me pay for things, helps me do things, and kind of supports me in a way. We were at my apartment. She tried to leave my apartment. I tried to stop her. I like bust out of both doors. I like charged over there, like slammed her into the wall, kind of like stopping her from opening the door. She ended up getting hurt, kind of serious. You know, she's kind of small. She was in the hospital. Her family called the police on me, and I was arrested for, you know, domestic violence, and then I did 2 months in jail. I was upset about it. I was like, I didn't mean for anything to go that far. I didn't mean to hurt you that bad. She feels like if I don't give enough effort, I don't care or something like that, so she kind of like forces me to fight with her. I usually just grip her by her arms and like shake her, or, you know, sometimes I choke her when I get really mad. It's like, I try not to like close fist ever hit any females like that, so like I don't really punch her in her face or anything like that. But one time we were arguing and we were on the bed and we were kind of wrestling. I think my forearm, like right here, hit her in her eye, and somehow she got a black eye. It's kind of making me feel like I have an abusive relationship. It's not really that. We just have a passionate relationship, I guess. I see us being together. I see me and Jules being together for a while. She wants to get married. I feel like after the results, this is our chance to get our relationship back on track. That's if she passes, but if she fails, I feel like there won't be any more fighting because I don't believe her, so.
So me and Jordan met last summer at our job. We were both in a relationship at the time, but I left my relationship and went on a date with him. We had a really good summer, really good fall. We did everything together, and that was my boyfriend. I was in school for fashion design at the time, so I had winter break, and I moved to his place with him, and I think we spent too much time together, and we started to clash a lot. We started to fight. That's when the physical like abuse started to happen, and we would both, you know, smack each other around or punch or wrestle. Like, it got really bad. Then in January, you know, I kind of confronted him about this side girl, this side chick, and he wasn't trying to give up that situation. I gave him an ultimatum saying that, you know, if you don't end that, then I'm going to go. It was almost time for me to go back to school.
He had a side chick.
Yeah, he had a side chick. She was there in his previous relationship, too.
And you knew this?
I didn't know that they were still dealing with each other until he texted me while I was at work one day and said she's giving me money, like each check, and, you know, supporting me. I could at least pay her with sex. And I wasn't okay with that. I wasn't okay with sharing.
So when you said, no, I'm not okay with that, what did he say?
He said that he's not going to give away that support system because he had just gotten a new apartment. So he said he needs things to be paid, his phone bill and all that. Like, if she's going to help and I'm going to go back to school, he wasn't going to give that up. And he told me that the relationship meant nothing to him.
Now, he's on the tape, and it's so outrageous you want to laugh. I try not to hit her with my closed fist. I think I'm in an abusive relationship.
Yeah, see.
Like, what doesn't he understand?
I think that he doesn't like to take responsibility, like that fight that he... No. So, see, I came back that night. The next morning, we argued again about the same thing. So I tried to leave. I got my clothes on and tried to leave. He slammed the door and his full force went into me. And then he left out to go to the store, and I went to the hospital. And they told me that the blow to my pancreas had such impact, it was so inflamed that it equaled out to me getting hit by a car. So I had a laceration in my pancreas, and I had to get a stent put in, and I was in the hospital for 5 days.
And what happened to him? Because your family ended up calling the police.
So I got out of the hospital and I went back to my dorm room and he hit me up and I went out to dinner with him that night.
But he did go to jail, right?
Yeah, so I went to dinner with him. I stayed the night and the next morning we get a knock at the door and the cops are there saying that they heard about the assault and they arrested him.
And how long did he go away for?
He went to jail for 2 months and I got kicked out of school because they said that I was a threat to the community because of our fight and that I couldn't live there anymore. That I was homeless. The cops told me that I couldn't stay at his place. I did anyway and I paid rent. I supported him in jail. I bailed him out, $3,000 and $700 a month now.
$700 a month for what?
To pay the rest of the bail off. So we're on a monthly payment plan with them because the charges were really high.
And you're here today because you're what? You want to stay with him?
Okay, so he came back home and things were fine. Like when he was in jail, we were okay. We were fine.
Oh, yeah. kind of hard to hurt you, when he's locked up. Or cheat, or well, maybe not so much, but I don't know.
See, the thing is, though, like I didn't consider it as like he wasn't beating the crap out of me every single day. It was. Thank God. I was abusive too, so that's why I didn't press charges.
Man.
That's why I wasn't.
Yeah, and it's wrong for you to be abusive, but when a guy's hitting you so hard that he puts you in the hospital, I think it's a little uneven there, right? Are you so abusive that you put him in the hospital?
No.
No. So this is the things that, and he says he loves you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He punches you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Slaps you, smacks you, chokes you. That's pretty dangerous one right there. Shoves you, holds you down so you can't get up. I mean, this is like schoolyard bully, right? Kicks you, spits on you, which is totally disgusting. Calls you a bitch, whore, slut. So when I read all those things that he does to you, what's the love?
When we're good, we're really good, and when we're bad, we're really bad.
Come on.
We are.
You know what? Everybody goes through their ups and downs, but the downs aren't physical violence.
Yeah.
The downs aren't disrespect. Everybody has ups and downs, but it doesn't get to the measure where, putting somebody in the hospital.
We don't want to be that way. It's just now the new situation.
But he is that way.
The new situation is that
he cheats on you, right? So my thing to you is, what line could he cross that you would just say, no, you're not doing that to me, I'm out. I mean, he beats the crap out of you, cheats on you. What could he do that you would say, no way, I'm out?
So I'm not to get anybody pregnant, for one.
Okay. I'm going to chalk that up to immaturity. Really, getting somebody pregnant would be the final straw. I see a beautiful young woman, right, who was in college. So obviously you have some smarts, you had drive, you probably could have any man that you want. Why would you settle for this?
I don't know.
But you're here today, why? Because you want to know if he's cheating, right?
I want to know if he's cheating with other girls.
Other than the
side chick that he's been with.
When's the last time you've been with the side chick?
He told me last week.
Last week. And when's the last time you were with him?
A few days ago.
A few days ago. So you knew he slept with somebody else last week and you still had sex with him a couple days ago?
I found out yesterday.
Okay. What if he fails his lie detector test? Which I'm assuming, and I never know the results, I'm just going to take a wild guess here and say he's going to fail.
I need to figure out what I'm going to do because right now I'm living in his apartment, and I even told him even after I proved to you that I haven't been cheating.
And that's
all
what
along.
You came here. You took a lie detector test to prove that you're not cheating. Have you ever cheated on him?
No.
No. Let's meet this wonderful young man, Jordan.
You're lying to me. You're lying to Steve.
How am I lying? How am I lying? Do you not have a side chick?
You are a
What did I
cheater.
do?
You've
What
been
did I
cheating
do?
on me this
But
whole
did I
time.
not support you this whole time?
I didn't ask you to do that.
You didn't ask me to do that?
I got someone else
You
supporting
told me not to turn away. You told me literally to not turn away from you, and that you were in this situation because of me. I supported you. I paid for rent. I paid for your bail. I put money on your books every week. I sold all of my clothes, all of my shoes. I went to work full time, tried to do overtime just for you to come home. Paid for bail just for you to come home and then accuse me for cheating when you're literally the cheater.
I'm not cheating.
You're not cheating? So you having sex with her last week?
You know I have sex with her.
And that's okay. I told you from the
I thought maybe you were here to like beg me for help to get like, you know, one, not to kick your ass, and then two, like get you anger management, you know. Like, really? You're here to find out if she's cheating on you?
Thank you. It sounds crazy, right?
I mean, it's, you know, I've dealt with it so many times, and I don't get it. Like, there's one thing, I don't understand why this girl has so low self-esteem that she puts up with the clown. Why would you treat a fellow human being the way you do?
Sometimes you just, you know, you go through the motions of life. You get a bad day.
I go through the motions of life, and I'm not kicking anybody's ass.
I mean,
I'm not putting my
ass,
hands
though,
on
that's the
anybody.
thing.
Well, then you leave. Why would you be with a woman that makes you so unhappy?
When you love someone, you can't really...
Love? Well, love would prevent you from giving her a black eye, giving her a forearm to the face, rushing her into a door that you split her pancreas. I mean, come on, man. That's not love. Love would prevent you from doing that.
The world thinks there are only two types of people. The French friars and...
When she had to go to the hospital, what did you feel?
I was hurt. I mean, I was upset. I was shocked about it. I didn't expect it to go that far or, you know, anything.
But you made up with her, right?
Yeah, we got back together.
You took her to dinner that night when she got out of the hospital.
We went to a Chinese buffet, you know.
Oh, nice Chinese buffet.
Everything went, you know, back to normal.
I don't know who's in this young woman's life, but like, you better pray someday you don't run into the wrong girl with the wrong dad. Because if this young lady was my daughter, I'd be hunting you. Why do you get a side chick?
She was financially supportive of me. She was buying me stuff, paying my phone bill.
Which is nice.
Paying my rent for me.
But now you're in a committed relationship with her.
My side girl was actually helping her out.
While he was in jail, she paid for
her to live at my place.
Okay.
And that's the only reason why I accepted it for a little bit.
Hold on. I'm not gonna get on her for that, because if you're on the verge of homelessness, you probably would take help from
I had no
just
money.
about anybody.
Rent was due.
But now you're not in jail anymore. Now you can help her.
You got a job now. Is she still going to be around?
No.
Why are you holding on to it, though?
Please. Why don't you be a man and just say, yes, she's going to be around.
Say the truth. Say the truth.
Yes.
Yes? Why? Why? Do you love her more than me?
Okay, so now you hear that.
No, I don't.
She's going to be around.
Guess I got to go find a new place then, right?
That's what you want.
You saying that she's going to be around means that you're putting her above me.
I'm not putting her above you.
You are putting, if I'm telling you, don't put another person above me, and you're telling your side chick's not going anywhere, that's you putting her above me.
I'm not putting her above you. It might seem like that, but I'm not putting her above you.
He's putting her below him every week or so.
She benefits both of us.
You literally see how this looks. Okay, but I don't need her benefit anymore. Once you make money, I don't need that benefit.
And I don't know who this other woman is, and I don't know what your relationship is sleeping with her. But what's wrong with this woman? Why is she paying you for sex?
I mean, she's not gonna find nobody better. I mean,
She's God.
she's not. I mean,
If she stepped in dog, she'd find better. Oh, by the way, you think Jules is cheating, right?
Yeah.
No. And if she is?
I'm leaving her.
Oh, please, I hope you cheated. Can I give you 24 hours? Go cheat with somebody. Since July 31st of 2016, have you had sexual physical contact with any other males besides Jordan? You answered no. Since July 31st of 2016, have you had sexual intercourse with any other males besides Jordan? You answered no. And then Jules told the truth.
I told you. I wanted you to know. I wanted you to know. And then I could decide whether I want to stay with you or not after everything we've been through.
You gonna leave me?
After everything we've been through, to get to this point, we fought every single day, Jordan. Every single day, physically, verbally, mentally, and emotionally, we fought every single day. I just wanted to prove to you that I didn't screw anybody else. You got that.
How I know the test is right? Test could be wrong.
Test is not wrong. Now you know. Now you know, right?
I do.
How do you feel?
I feel stupid.
You are stupid.
Welcome to the Waiverhood. With Wayfair, finding your style is fun.
Jordan came here and took a lie detector test. And we asked him, since July 31st, 2016, since being with Jules, have you had sexual physical contact with any females where Jules was not present? He said yes, he confessed. Since July 31st, 2016, since being with Jules, have you had sexual intercourse with any females where Jules was not present? He said yes, he confessed. He states that he had sexual intercourse with 2 to 4 other females. He can't remember exactly.
Are you serious?
It was a long time ago.
A long time ago? No, since July 31st. The Sam hasn't even been. And you're lucky you only got 60 days in jail. Because, really a year probably would have been right about right. And it must be nice to be young, because I was young. I was 22 once, but I was doing something with my life. And you are pissing yours away. And you might be a good-looking kid, because you are, and you got some brains, but you're a bad guy. And I want you off my stage. My daughter watches my show now, and she's going to say, what happened, Dad? What happened? What decision did she make? Did she say, I'm going to do what's best for me, and I want something better in life, and go out that door and find somebody who's going to treat me right? Or I'm just going to continue to get my brains beaten and maybe someday get killed by the man who proclaims his love for me. And then you go out that door and be with the clown.
I know what I need to do. Thank you, Steve, for opening my eyes. I feel feel like I really needed that talk coming from a father. I needed an eye-opener to see how stupid I was being. And now that he knows that I didn't cheat and I know that he's not going to get rid of his side chick, then I just want to be left alone. And thank you for helping me through this.
I don't just feel like she's cheating on me. I feel like she's messing with family members also.
Manny, because she was fed up with his accusations. You see, he believes that she was having sex with men in his family. Now it's been 2 months since Manny has seen Nala or their 6-month-old son. And she wants to prove that she's always been faithful to try and save her family. Take a look.
Me and Nala been together about 2 years now, and we have a son together just recently. It wasn't working out, so I had a car, so I stayed in the car for a while. During that stay, when we would be video chatting, I felt like she would have another male in the room, because every time I hopped on the video with her, something would always happen, like there would be shadows in front of her face. I think she's having sex with somebody. I don't just feel like she's cheating on me, I feel like she's messing with family members also. She left me 2 months ago, took my baby and everything. It's been 2 months since I seen Nala and my son. It makes me feel sad, it makes me feel mad, hurt, all different type of emotions. My son can't talk for himself, he's 6 months. So she always has to be there. So it's like I'm looking at my son, but I always see something in the background. Like it's something, shadows, moans here and there, something. Like I always tell her, like, whatever you're doing, like, please cut it out, just so I can talk to my son. I have a clear conscience. She knows everything I've done, but I feel like when I try to get something out of her, nothing. But to a certain limit, she does, because I can look in her eyes and I can see something's wrong, and all the tears will come, but verbally, nah, she won't do it. If we didn't have a son, it would have been nothing. Like, I wouldn't make it nothing, but now that we have a son, I want to be in his life, so I have to get past all of this. It's hard, because she's going to be right there in my face. Even if she passes, I still want nothing to do relationship-wise with her. With my son, yes. With her, no.
Find your perfect stay with the Booking.com app. A hotel in the city or a beachfront stay.
You're here today because he thinks that you were cheating on him. Have you ever cheated on him?
Never. A day in my life have I ever cheated on that man. I love him with every piece of me. I've known him since 2009. I've been with him since December of 2015. You know, we've always had a good relationship. You know, this is completely outrageous to me, for him to think that I'm sleeping with family members, with his friends, with people I work with. And I have never been that type.
And with your own family members, right?
My own family members. And he knows how close I am to my family members. Like, I'm a very family-oriented person, and for him to say that is just foul.
When did the accusations begin?
The accusations began January of 2016. We had a New Year's party. And back then we didn't have kids, so we partied a little bit, you know, we drank. And, you know, I went in the room because my friend was in the room with someone. I went in that room to hang up a curtain for her. She asked me to hang it up. So I went in, I swear I was only in there for maybe 30 seconds. And he felt like I was in there forever and thought I slept with his friend. So from there on is when it really started.
How long has it been since you've seen him?
It's been about 2 months now. I actually even sent my son, he hasn't seen my son in 2 months either. I sent my son down to visit his family and him this past weekend. And my son was there for 4 days. Okay, he had off 2 of those days, did not call, did not come and see my son, nothing whatsoever. And
how old's your son now?
He'll be 6 months.
Okay. And you left because the accusations continually hounding you?
Yeah, the accusations, and there was times...
He does look just like him, doesn't he?
Just like him.
Yeah.
That's, you know...
Talk about a little miniature me, man.
Just like him.
Yeah.
You know, and as the days go by, he looks more and more like his dad. And it hurts me, the fact that he's not in his son's life because of something he claims I did.
Do you think he really thinks you're cheating, or maybe he wants out?
I've asked him, why do you keep making this up? Do you just not want to be with me and not be a part of your son's life? Oh, no, I do want to be a part of my son's life. Okay, well, you're not being there. What happens between me and you has nothing to do with you being a father to your kid.
So, How would you describe him as a father?
When he's around my son, they're like two peas in a pod. They love each other. He loves my son, but he hasn't seen him. He doesn't want to even. I call him on video all the time, every single day before
But
he
he
blocks
sees
me.
shadows.
But he sees shadows. When I moved,
I'm just wondering, what kind of drug use could that be?
So when I decided to leave him and leave the city where we were staying in, I came back home and I would still video chat him so we can talk and he can see his son. Well, I would be on a video with him on Facebook and he'd be my son would be laying next to me and he swears I'm having sex on video. Swears up and down. So he would be like, oh, show me the room. So I'd get up. I said, okay, you want to see? I would show him under the bed, in the closets, in the bathroom. I told him, I'll even show you in the drawers if you want me to.
Do you want him back?
I want the Manny I fell in love with back. I feel like after all this, he has changed how he feels towards me. But if he sees that I'm not lying about none of this, maybe, you know what I'm saying, he'll be like, dang, I messed up. I want to be, I want my family.
Does he cheat on you?
He cheated on me once. He kissed a girl. He admitted it to me.
He kissed a girl?
Yeah.
And he liked it?
Well, I'm pretty sure he did. I mean...
Do you think that's all he did was kiss?
I've known him since 2009. He's never been the type to be with many women.
Right.
So I really don't think that he's out there having sex and doing all of that.
Is this his first child?
Yes, it's both of our first child.
So, I try to think back when I had kids and like, oh my God, when you have your first one, and I'm sure everybody in the room agrees with me, when you have your first child, it's so magical and exciting and like, you're just so taken with this new life, you're just, it's like the best thing that could ever happen to you. So
I would go over to my family member's house and, oh, you're sleeping with I just seen him on top of you. What do you mean? You see, I have the camera facing my face. What do you mean you just seen him on top of me? Oh, I heard the sliding door. What is that supposed to mean?
Well, we'll find out. Here's Manny.
You know I'm not cheating on you, Manny.
Can I get a hug?
You're missing out on our son. You know that?
Yeah, I know this.
His rolling over, his laughing, all because of something you claim I did. You know in your heart, Manny, I did not do this. You know, and I'm not doing it.
I feel how I feel, so we'll find out.
What do you feel?
I feel like she's cheating, and she's not been cheating, but she's still doing what she's doing.
What's that? Cheating?
Basically, cheating without being together.
Hi, excuse me, miss, hello. What if I told you I could get you some money right now?
What do I need to do to put you in a relationship today?
You need to read that paper. Wherever that
Right.
paper is, you gotta go get it.
No. And if that paper comes back and says she hasn't been cheating on you, what's going to happen?
I gotta reevaluate my damn mind, my thinking, everything. For real. Yeah.
Do you feel guilty at all? You've missed a big chunk out of his young life already.
Yeah, I feel guilty about it every day, but it's like, yo, I can't deal with I can't deal with that.
What? What are you dealing with?
Whatever's happening, if it's not that, it's something.
She said she's never once cheated on you.
Ever.
Hey, I'm about to explain. Okay. Listen.
And please,
Every time,
no shadows.
It's shadows. It's all about shadows. Who's making the shadow? Ain't no damn sun.
Okay, but when you see the shadows, don't you tell me, now turn the camera around so I can see. Do I not show you under the bed, in the closet?
Man,
do I not?
You do that, but
okay.
Yo, she does it like a minute later. That has time for the dude to duck under the bed, go under the damn bed. Like, come on.
What? I do this, Steve, with the camera.
No, not right away. Not right away.
Manny, don't even go there. Don't even do that. Don't do that, because you know I do.
She's with her son, too, right?
Yeah, that's what makes me madder. Like,
well, right. So do you think that she's, get busy with the guy when
I don't know. You should know better about, like.
I don't do it. Of Of course I know better.
She's here because she wants to be with you.
I know. That's my little baby. I love her, but yo,
have you?
Something gotta give.
And you owe this to her, not to me.
Yeah.
Have you moved on with somebody else?
No, I haven't.
Have you been with somebody else?
No, I haven't.
Come on, man.
I'm being
It's
dead
Steve.
ass with you. I haven't.
It's Steve.
I haven't, for real. I watch you, Steve. I swear I watch
on.
you. Yo. We watch you together. We used to watch you.
Not anymore, though, and that makes me sad.
Yeah, man. I can't even turn on your show without, I can't even watch the show no more because we used to watch it together, man.
But if she passes and she's been loyal and gives you a son, will you accept the results?
Will I accept them?
Yeah. I mean, you won't say that. Yeah.
He means, like, if it says that I'm telling the truth, are you going to believe that?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because, people be like, oh, no, that's a lie.
Did you smoke any weed before this test?
No, I didn't.
You didn't smoke right for
We
real.
drug tested this on the last show.
Don't get crazy, Manny, because you already know. Don't get crazy out here.
If there was enough drug usage, we couldn't get a conclusive result. Okay.
Exactly.
So it might come inconclusive, and then she did smoke a lot of marijuana.
I don't smoke a lot of marijuana.
Nala came here and took a lie detector test. And we asked her, while in a relationship with Manny, have you had sexual intercourse with any other males besides him? She answered no. While in a relationship with Manny, have you had sexual activity with any of his family members? She answered no. While in a relationship with Manny, have you had sexual activity with any of your family members? She said no. Since you have been separated, have you had sexual intercourse with any other males besides Manny? She answered no. The results came back the same to all the questions, and they came back that now with any other males besides Manny. She answered no. The results came back the same to all the questions, and they came back that Nala told the truth.
What I tell you. You're not sorry. You're not sorry.
I'm sorry, man. You for real? You did it?
Hold on, let go. What does this say? What does this say? Oh, but I'm lying, right? But I'm a cheater, right?
I'm sorry, man. I truly am sorry, for real.
So now what you gonna do?
Steve, that's real, right? You ain't got the one in the back, man.
So now what you gonna do? You gonna be there for our son?
You know it. I'm sorry, man. Come here. I'm sorry.
I told you, yo. You let our son go because of this. And I never did nothing to you, yo. You know I've always been down for you since day one. I've always been down for you.
If this is what you want, I hope it works out for you, and I hope you'll stop accusing her, because she's obviously deeply in love with you. And you probably should cut back on what's making you paranoid, the shadows and everything. Because even if somewhere in the future, because nobody knows the future, but you guys are young, and you're both attractive, and you might stumble out of the relationship someday. But there's no excuse to be missing big chunks of your son's life. I mean, no excuse. Nice meeting you, man. Good luck to you.